Afternoon, all. It is Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m., August the 5th, 2023. Want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world, guys. We got last 2 days, we've had a cyber hack of computer systems in hospitals. And this is across the nation. I mean, this is not one local little hospital or anything. This is computer systems in California, Texas, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, and a whole bunch of other places. Now, these are appearing to be data hacks, but what actually happened is that to save the data, hospitals actually severed the connection. They went offline. And when they went offline, they actually had to close ERs. So what they're seeing is, just like in the fire cell in Live Free, Die Hard, what happens when there's a breach? I mean, we had in Live Free, Die Hard, there was a breach on the Fed, on Wall Street, and all that data dumped to a particular building. Well, guys, we're having cyber attacks on pretty much everything that's got a computer with it. Schools, hospitals, municipalities, local, state, and federal agencies, government agencies. So, guys, these are disguises. They're disguising these as data breaches. And, getting a crap ton of data and holding it for ransom, for money and stuff like that, that's the cherry on the cake. That's the gimme stuff. That's throwing, some money at it and, giving them more funds to buy bigger computers or faster computers or whatever so that they can hack more. And what is the ultimate thing? Ultimately, they're seeing how the dominoes fall. They saw that if they hack the hospitals close. Guys, that ain't nothing to freaking play with. We've had power, we've had pipelines hacked. What happened to that? It stopped the flow of oil and natural gases and stuff between facilities. And what did that cause? That caused a whole lot. That stopped. It wasn't an immediate halt, but it dominoed. It dominoed into some, a later, a shortage in fuels in certain areas and stuff like that. And what it's showing is basically it's showing where the weaknesses in the fences, just like in Jurassic Park. The velociraptors kept hitting the fences because they knew eventually, they'd find a weak spot. Dude, they're finding the weak spots. And they're not just targeting one thing. They're targeting the whole system. We got, power plants being targeted. We've got, and we physically, not just cyber, we've had up in Oregon and stuff like that. We've had people attacking power distribution nodes and shutting down power for long periods of time. Can you imagine? Right now, we're in the middle of an El Nino summer. And this is across the nation. We're having these incredibly high, summer temperatures. Could you imagine what would happen if they, went through and they started, disabling these power nodes in the middle of an El Nino summer? Oh my God. The death toll would be catastrophic because, heat stroke and heat exhaustions and heat related deaths. The chaos that would come of this would be just, never before seen before. Basically, guys, they're testing to see how we respond. They're poking the hornet's nest to see how many bees come out. You know, the biggest fear we've got right now is the fear of our financial systems, going kaputski. And it's a real fear and stuff. But, guys, if they go for a full on, not just messing with, our utilities and stuff like that, but then shutting down hospitals, in Live Free, Die Hard, one thing they never showed is when they killed the power in all these places and stuff like that, where they shut down the utilities. What were the hospitals like? They showed the police station. They showed, all these, hurt people in the police station. They didn't show the hospitals being overrun. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't know if you've been to the hospital lately. I've been in the ER in the last 8 months, and everything is computer, guys. I mean, they don't make a move anywhere without, signing into a computer to, give you your meds or test your blood pressure. I mean, hospitals nowadays aren't made like they used to be. Old hospitals used to have, windows that open and stuff like that. In other countries, their windows all open and this, that, and the other end. But all of our hospitals are like prisons. You can see out, but you can't touch the air out there. Our schools, same situation. If you go into a modern school, there's no way these buildings could function without power. I grew up in the olden days. Our junior high had flip out windows, man. We didn't turn the ACs on. We flipped the windows open and we enjoyed, our springtime and our fall time. We enjoyed that. Whenever it was too damn cold outside, we'd close the windows and turn the heat on. Hospitals used to have, windows that open. They don't no more. Could these hospitals even function without power or without a computer? It would definitely take a considerable amount of time to reset back to old technologies. What we ended up having to do when the oil pipeline got messed up, got hacked, they had to go in and physically turn the valves. If I'm not mistaken, it was like only one guy who actually knew how to do it. Guys were forgetting how to do things because technology is doing these things for us. Now, I talked about AI in my last one. I talked about a lot of AI. Now, guys, what's going to happen when they develop an AI who's their hacker? You know? It's, you know, all they got to do, if they're a good enough hacker, go in there, buy them an AI program, glitch the system a little bit, and all of a sudden, Skylink has, obtains consciousness, and Terminators are, hunting humans down. Guys, I would love to romanticize the future the way our movie industry does. I mean, according to the movie theaters, we should already have flying cars. No, we ain't got that. We should have, weather reports that, we could track weather by the second, 3, 2, 1, and it stops raining. Self-lacing shoes, clothes that, tailor themselves to you, which, in America, that would be pretty dang good because, most of us have, weight fluctuation issues, so. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, unfortunately, the beautiful future that is, the world of tomorrow at Disney World and Back to the Future and all these things. We don't have a lot of those movies. Why do we not have a lot of those movies? Because it is easier. It's so beautiful that you really can't embrace it. It's romanticized, Whereas Mad Max and dystopian futures are so much easier to believe. Guys, Something is brewing, and I've been saying this for a little while now, guys. Something is brewing. It ain't gonna be long before it happens. Got an election year next year, and unfortunately, the party that's currently in power right now ain't got a leg to stand on without pulling some kind of major corruption thing out of their hat. The vice president's not any better. And if we was to get it, we was to get a R in the House, we have enough, backing in Congress to make anything work. Can we get an R in the White House? Keep an R in the Congress? Maybe score an R in the Senate? Could we have a full R set? Then would anything happen? We've had situations like that, and they just don't seem to. We move left so much faster than we move right. It's like the Republican Party gets into power, and all they're wanting to do is play footsie with everybody, and get all the feels. Whereas the left gets in the party in the power, and it's how much can we get done in the limited time we got. AI, cyber hacks, guys, and the UFO summit, guys, that's some crazy shit. I know nothing came of it because everybody that they brought in as witness was coached before they went on the floor. They're not going to give you any more data than what the Discovery Channel gives you. It's just not going to happen, guys. Until it happens. Let's go, Brandon.